That's a good idea. Thanks. Thanks for muting it.
All right.
Thanks for muting it, John. Thanks, Zach.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing while we mention those who have passed since our last meeting. Kenneth Pomeranecki, Tammy Marie Hyatt, Phyllis Leonard, Susan Ann Simmons, Bert Eugene Culp, Carol Jane Lounsbury, Paul.
Here.
No.
Here.
Here. Bill.
Here.
Full board tonight. Fire exits are directly behind me. Here's the only place, if we have a fire here, we go out this way. Correspondent, I don't believe there is any, right? Petitioners that, Mr. Kyer, have any?
No, no concern.
All right, so anybody that's a petitioner, please come up to the podium and state your name. So John Adams, we know who you are. Come on up and
Good evening.
Good evening, John.
Good evening, John. So last time I was here, we talked about the possibility of a solar array being built on the prison land, something that the folks at the county had tipped me off about. And I got Amanda Laval from the county in touch with Supervisor Howe, so they could talk.
I went to the county and saw Amanda person to person, and she apologized like 3 different ways to Tuesday that she hadn't really advised the town of Wawarsing. Again, she gave me this NIPA Renewable Strategic Plan, which is about 150 pages. It was produced in October of last year. And then she gave me Jen Metzger's county executives reaching out to the New York Power Authority, suggesting that it shouldn't be done. We still haven't actually localized or got the exact property. She showed me some mapping, but it was so condensed that it was pretty hard to figure out. So I asked her to look up and get some information, a little more information on that, and look into this and see exactly what property is. If it's down on Fordmore Road, that's what we were talking about in the workshop, right? It could be a parcel down there that's 100, how many acres, Joe? 100 and something?
Like 110.
I mean, that's just the total guess. I was thinking just because the solar panels are on the, across from Walmart, maybe it's some of that over there. But we're right now trying to actually see or find out officially what property they're talking about.
So I made 2 contacts. I called I didn't call it, I texted the Office of General Services, and they got back to me, and they said that they had notified the Coombs family that they were going to need some of their farmland for the solar arrays.
I think that name was on the paperwork, I think. So that's why I was thinking over by the existing solar. That's one of the reasons I thought about that, because presently
Yeah, they're leasing all 3 of the fields, the one next to the prison, the one on 2 fields on Fort Bend Road, and the one on Fordmore. Well,
how about Colony Farm?
Colony Farm is being leased by Harm Meadema.
Right,
He's kind of up there.
right.
So strangely, the guy from the Office of General Services said it was confidential information because it was a lease, which was strange that it was a lease between the New York Power Authority and the state of New York. That seems like that should be public information, but he didn't know specifically. I don't think he knew the area that he did, so he didn't know specifically what field it was in. So I called up Thunderview Farm, and Rick Coombe answered. I had never met him before. He's apparently a cousin of Bill and White. And he said he's the manager of the farm, and that the state had told him that they were going to build it on Fort Bend Road. And there's two fields there, and they're two separate property parcels, so he didn't know which one. He thought maybe both, because of the area they were talking about using up. That field on the north side of Fort Bend Road was part of the property that I subdivided away from it. Spent a lot of time in this room here 30 years ago subdividing 20 acres away from that parcel. And it originally, the reason I came to this town was it was supposed to be a farmland preserve. It was going to be set up by the Round Surplus Land Conservancy, and it would have consisted of the old Davenport farm. So the prison bought the property, and that never happened. The first, not the first, but the second.
I think the weren't they given the property? The one across from Walmart, I think the rest of the family basically gave it to them in the 80s, maybe, is that right?
I think they must have bought the property from the Davenports. The Land Conservancy had they had a purchase option on the farm, and they were trying to find different small farmers to buy the different fields. And I was one of them. And there was the Schoolmakers and the Birds, and I guess that was the three of us. And then of course the prison bought the big fields. And one thing I wanted to say was, yes, the second letter of advocacy I ever wrote was to Bob Vanderberg from Open Space Institute, and I was suggesting that the long path should be rerouted down Fort Bend Road. And the reason I suggested that was I thought if people would be walking up and down it, that there would be a reason to preserve the scenic view, and that there would be an impetus to do that. So now we're gonna apparently lose that view. It's been, I think, 6 years since the array was built across from Walmart. We had a meeting here 3 years ago. We were going to contact the county about trying to preserve Colony Farm. The other thing I want to say about that field on the north side of Fort Bend Road is that it's one of the one of the 4 parcels that was in the Colony Farm agritourism feasibility study area. And so there's a possibility that if Colony Farm was transferred to the county, that field could be transferred as well. And the idea was that the money from the leases that the farmers paid could help to support any activity at Colony Farm. Now that field on the north side of Fort Bend Road, it's in the Colony Farm study area. Like I said, it was in that Round Surplus Land Conservancy Farmland Preserve area. It's in the Catskill-Shongum corridor critical environmental area. It's in the county agriculture district number 3, and it's in the town agricultural development zone. So there's 4 levels of protections that we've tried to put on that particular field, save it from development. And if we can't save at least that field, then it makes me wonder what influence do we have, and what can we do at Colony Farm if we have all those layers of protection on that field on Fort Bend Road, and can't stop them from developing.
And those 2 fields on Fort Bend Roads are the 2 between 209 and the bridge that's out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping the town can get involved and maybe work with Jen Metzger and see what can be done about it.
Yes, we will be.
Okay. Thank
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Anybody on Zoom?
Town board.
Yeah, I'm board. That's you.
Oh. Nothing further on.
Okay. the agenda. Town board to approve bills as.
Resolutions.
Oh, God, three of them, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
The first resolution
Roll
is
calls.
to approve schedule of fees for Nappaneck, Carhonson, and Wawarsing Water and Sewer District. Now, the Wawarsing Water, and then it's the Nappaneck and Carhonson, it's the Water and Sewer District.
So moved.
Second.
All in, oh,
No, roll call vote.
Mike?
Roll call. Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
You get 2 votes for being the last time. No, I don't believe it like that.
I vote aye.
Bill?
When does this take effect?
The second quarter.
Second quarter of 2025.
We had a discussion about that, whether it was April 1st, but we're just gonna say the second quarter.
Aye.
All right, so I vote aye. So that resolution was passed. Unanimously. And, that's that one. And then we have this one, that bill, I'm gonna have a hard time with this. This is a resolution to
You will copy of the water one?
the
Yes.
$5.6 million RAN.
Renew it.
Excuse me?
Renew it.
To renew it, yes. Yes, we have to renew it with a Port Bend extension to the Wawarsing Water District, which is completely paid for by the DEP. No dollars come out of
Renew it to reduce some of 2 million.
Correct. And that's what it's at. Renewal for 2 million on a motion by
I'll make the motion.
Oh,
Second.
Joe and
Bill.
Bill. And that's the resolution. So Mike,
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Johnny?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
And I vote aye, it's 5-0 on that resolution. And that goes back to Bill. Well, 1 or 2 bills, I'm not sure. And then there's a resolution to approve the modified application by Goodman Land Holding LLC. SBL 72.216. It's whereas Goodman and Land Holding LLC made application to the town of Wawarsing Planning Board for a residential subdivision in the town of Wawarsing. And whereas the proposed subdivision was proposed to provide access to the lots via a 50-foot right of way. So they've been in front of the planning board, they were sent back, not back, but to the town board for review and return to the planning board, so we're gonna make this resolution to send it back to the planning board and have their professionals look at it, and
So moved.
that's what it's for. So
Second.
it's a resolution, so Mike,
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Donnie?
Aye.
Aye.
And I vote aye, so that resolution is taken care of, that's 3 of them, correct?
That's
Correct.
I
Yeah,
He didn't say that's why.
so now the budget mods are right here, right? We have a motion to
Approve
approve
the bills as audited.
the proposed budget mods.
Bills.
So Bill's is on first.
Okay. we'll
So
do that.
moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
We got
number 2, the budget modifications.
Yes, sir. So moved. Second.
For December.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so what I need is, again, this is the other one. Where's the one back again?
She took the other one away from you.
I
How'd you
did.
get it back?
How'd you get it back?
I got it.
How did you get it back?
I don't know.
How did,
Bill gave it to me.
Bill, let me use yours.
sure, this is the old one. No, this one is different.
Like magic.
Um,
You got it back, you said.
All right, so. Yeah, those is crossed out too, here, see that? All right, so, we've done 1 and 2, so town board, accept the minutes of the January 2nd, 2025 organizational meeting, the January 2nd regular and audit meeting, the January 16th regular and audit meeting, we'll start with that.
Motion 3 through 5.
Second.
Mike makes the motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
3, 4, and 5. Numbers.
Mm-mm.
Skipping 6.
Yeah, I was saying, number 7. Or I'll just read it. Town board to approve payment app number 15 in the amount of $1,850 to Bernero and Arias. for USDA Kerhonkson Sewer District modifications.
Make the motion.
Joe makes that motion, and Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Now board to approve payment request number 9, final, in the amount of $47,840.33 to Arrow Plumbing and Heating for the highway garage.
So moved.
And that says final.
Yes, fine.
So,
No.
who made the first? Mike made the first, Joe second.
Bill Edge.
Bill second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that motion is carried. Town board to approve payment app number 14 in the amount of $50,782.58 to J&J SAS Electric for the highway garage and rehabilitation.
So moved. Second.
Bill and Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Town board to approve the payment voucher 251446 in the amount of $23,170.09 to Labella for services in December 2024 for Port Bend extension.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Joe makes motion, Johnny seconds it, all in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Town board to approve Jim Montana to attend the following classes at no charge to the town: financial management and water fluoridation in
I'll make
March
the motion.
and June. Joe makes the motion.
Second.
Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve payment number 1 in the amount of $19,000 to H. Ulsterhout for Fort Bend Water District. PB bid 03 for individual water
So
connections.
moved.
Second.
Bill makes the motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve payment invoice 17485 to Pastoral Associates for the construction FDO business and maintenance hangar flight school and training design, space design, construction and grant administration in the amount of $1,406.66.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes the motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve Badger meter and accessory kit for the water sewer department in the amount of $31.62
Quick discussion. These are, we keep a small inventory if people need to purchase them for whatever reason. Any residents. Well, front pack, if you will, those who didn't know that.
Second.
Well, because you need them and you need them when you need them. So Joe make the motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
That motion's carried. Town board to approve payment of invoice dated 1/4/25 for Slotnick signs and design for sign and O and W rail in the amount of $725.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve payment to Thomas Borley for 70 hours of vacation time accrued in the amount of $2,472.40 minus $375 for training paid within 36 months of resignation per section 3.5 of the Town of Wawarsing Compliance Manual for a final total of $2,097.40.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to appoint Stacy Patel as the second deputy clerk beginning February 13, 2025, at the salary of $20 an hour.
So moved. Second.
Mike makes the motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve a number of activities for the recreation department.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes the motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's anywhere from St. Patrick's and Camp Shawangunk and Easter hunts and registration signups and trips. Town board to accept the resignation of legislative aide Tracy Moza effective February 4th.
Sadly moved.
Mike,
Second.
Bill seconds it, all in favor?
With regret.
Town board to hire Ed Bruno, Esquire, at a rate of $200 an hour to represent the town in dog case, Town versus Gray and Jamil dog case, not to exceed $2,000 without reauthorization.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes that motion and Mike seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. There's no extra things to pass, right? No.
No. We're done.
Well, at this point, Tony is not here. He's They were out at, I believe, 3 or 4 o'clock this morning with the weather. And it's quite a long day. And he does have some things he wants to talk to the board about on the next board meeting. Comes to equipment, they just had an auction where they sold a number of things from the highway garage. And yeah. So Bill Brown's up.
We're moving forward with the swim grant. We've been meeting with the school every 2 weeks. Things are moving forward. The new signs for Kerhonkson are in the building. We have to wait for weather in order to install them. One will be down by Boyce Mill Road, replacing the one that's destroyed, and the other one will be by the state police barracks, replacing one that came up missing. Looking to set a date for the ribbon cutting for the new highway garage. A lot of people in the area there wanting to tour the building there to see how it came out. We need to do that. And, the rec department has a lot of things planned here in the near future,
Yes, they do.
and that's about it.
Johnny Frost.
Thank you. Signs, super excited about them. Not only will they get folks to the ONW Rail Trail trailhead, but it also points out the Little League fields as well. So glad that we're celebrating that great organization.
The new road sign, not the interrupt, the new
Yeah.
road sign, is that up for doing away with sewer road there and changing it to?
Not that road sign, but the big brown ones, the wayfinding ones.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but the other one, they were supposed to
I don't think.
rename the road.
Yeah, they said that last year, right? And then we
Yeah.
made the suggestion was to put a sign up there and what was it called?
Little League Road.
Little League Way or something?
Yeah.
Little League Road.
Oh, that's, okay, so now that makes more sense why I think Little League Way is on those brown signs, is it not?
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway,
It could be, yeah.
great news. I was hoping to have some exciting news about the new website for the town. Unfortunately, the kickoff got pushed to the 11th. So the kickoff, it will be held next week. It'll take us a couple of months to get all of those things moved over. And I'll have for everyone a better idea of what the benefits are of the new website as well. After those conversations. And then I had a really great opportunity to meet with the Ellenville Public Library. They were sharing their calendar of events. And there's some really awesome things that are happening at the library. So I encourage everyone, look at their calendar of events. It's on their website. They're hosting a job fair on the 12th, I believe. I can confirm that in a second. I believe it's Wednesday, the 12th. Local companies, I think they have 11 or 12 local companies that are looking for employees. You can do on-site interviews for those jobs as well. So I think it's a really cool opportunity. Love to see things happening at the library and wanted to give them a shout out. That's it.
Thanks, Johnny. The Wawarsing Water District will have our dedication ceremony February 20th at 10 a.m. Dedicating it to Stephen Bradley. So
February 20th?
February 20th, Thursday, 10 a.m. Something is going on that day.
Yeah, that's what's
The
going
building
on.
dedication is going on that day, yes. The Port Bend extension, phase 1 is done, phase 2, for, given the cold weather, they're just struggling. They can't even get an excavator to break the ground. They're using hydraulic equipment, which sounds very intense. So they're doing the best, but important thing is they're still working. Where a lot of times, most laid off this time of year. And lastly, we mentioned the fee schedule resolution. If any residents have any issues or questions, feel free to reach out to me. I have no problem going over whatever questions they may have. So just contact town hall and they'll put them in touch with me. But
Thanks, Joe. I don't have much this evening. I just want to thank the Town of Warsing Highway Department, all the guys are out there working this morning while we were all, probably still sleeping. Doing a great job getting the roads cleared out for us. I saw quite a few trucks out there today. Kudos to those guys for doing a great job. And last, I'd just like to publicly say thank you to our legislative aide who just resigned, Tracy Moser. She'll be sorely missed. I'm sure she's done quite a bit for everybody on board here. She was a breath of fresh air, and I wish her the best in whatever she decides to do in the future. And last, I'd recognize John Gavaris, our legislator, for coming down tonight. Thanks, John. Terry?
We can start with wishing Tracy Moser a good future, and John, do you have anything to say from the county or no? Okay, we'll discuss that a little bit. Building inspector one, Mr. Brawley had left, and so we're in the process of going through the civil service procedure to have people that are on lists for code enforcement or building inspector / code officer. We have all those lists, and they're in the process of contacting interested people. And then we'll do the interviews, and we'll trying to get a quick turnaround on that, because the spring is here, right, Mike?
Yes, it is. The office is definitely getting busier the past couple of weeks, believe it or not, even with this cold weather we've had there. The permits have really been coming in. It's amazing, not a permits that we've got so far.
Yeah. Signage, as John was saying, it's good that we're moving along a little bit. The rail, O&W rail trails, that's something that's been going on for quite a long time. And hopefully when the Neville gets done, they'll do what they were saying they were gonna do. Just to talk about the Neville for a little bit, I know that the journal put some stuff in the paper. Mr. Rubenstein had a quote, and for, that he believed that some of this is, deliberate fires and stuff like that, but since, during that time and even more now, he's got camera systems that are set up on the property. But I'm looking to get, I've seen the cameras, and I've seen
They're not in the buildings.
I've seen that there's one at the front gate. They're trying to get, I've seen them from, views from 52 also, so. It's a large property, it's like 500 and some acres, correct? I mean, some of that's on the other side of 209. And there have been problems with people using the property as an ATV park. So I've reached out to Juan Figueroa, who is our Ulster County Sheriff, and had a conversation with Mr. Rubenstein, and we're gonna have a kind of a sit-down meeting, and he's gonna come here. Mr. Juan Figueroa said that he's very interested in helping out in this regard. He's happy to hear about the plans that the Nellie has, and any people in the public that are reading our newspapers or reading our Facebook pages, some of this stuff is isn't exactly the right information that people talk about. But the big thing that I can say about the Nellie is that they were given their DEC approvals December 20th. So anybody that's into business would know that once you get an approval from the DEC, that's the time that everything starts moving, right? It doesn't move until the DEC says yes, because who's going to invest into a property that the DEC hasn't approved? And that took at least 2 years to do. So that's a good note that we should, think about when we're talking about that project. Again, it's, I again will believe it when I see it, but I saw, and I believe that the DEC has given that approval because we have a copy of it. So now he's looking at he's not just now looking at his investors, he's gathering his investors that he's talking about and that he has talked to and that committed based on approvals. So I think that's a good, a good way to speak of it. Again, he has to do that. And we're not the ones that do that, but we hope that does happen here. Yes. No, we can't talk about that. I talked with them.
Okay, fine.
I did talk to the,
You answered you?
today. This is vacation. 3 week vacation. Basically, the only answer we can give is that, or we meaning him, is that the project's moving along and should see something pretty soon. So. Again, that's a private property and it's got, it's a mall that used to be,
It's the old ShopRite property he's talking about.
we're talking about ShopRite. The previous package that the owner of the property had, it was leased entirely by Wakefern or ShopRite. So I believe this time it's gonna be individual leases, from what I'm being told, but, there's also, listen, hopefully it will be a nice little, mall down there. And
Is there a supermarket?
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but is there food?
It's moving in the right direction, is what I can tell you.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, so that's what I was told today.
Second.
I think I have about 5 more things.
Oh, you do? Oh, I think some of them, sorry.
Now, that was.
Oh,
I
okay.
knew it. I picked up on that.
Are you gonna be?
No,
Yeah, give me 1 second, we're still on.
We can't talk
Okay,
about
here.
it yet.
Jessica.
Talk about it. You probably,
We're still on, Chris.
There's a lot of stuff going on.